Today's video is all about exactly what the title says. You're not reading. You are in a reading slump. What are you doing with your time? Obviously, you're not reading. You're not doing anything. Because when you're in a reading slump, your brain's not thinking about anything. Your brain is just thinking about, I wish I was reading. And before you know it, the day is over, you've gone to bed, you're up to go to work the next day, and you're like, I'm not reading. What am I supposed to do with myself? Well, this video is for you. You know why? Because you're not alone. Everybody has either gone through a reading slump, they are in their first reading slump, or they are going to be in a reading slump in the future. You are not alone, but it is isolating. So today's video, you're not reading, this is what you can do instead. Obviously, I know people do not like the idea of being in school, but when you're older, you do like learning new things. You know why? Because it gets your brain working and it's great. The first being learning a new skill. I've always wanted to learn how to crochet. I will tell you that I have had numerous starts and stops with this little Fred. I have not finished him. Justice for Fred. I need to finish him. I need to get his little spikes and his little belly markers on there. I need to finish him. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is you're not reading. Not I'm not finishing these things. But you could learn a skill. You could be like, I've always wanted to learn how to crochet. I've always wanted to learn how to knit. Do it. Purchase a kit. Give it a try. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll hate it. I will tell you point blank, I'm going to have to use up all the kits I bought because wanted to save on shipping, so I bought a few. I'm going to have to do a few of these before I'm more confident in my crocheting skills to try something else because those look complicated. Another thing you can do when you're not reading is you could decide to take a course in something. I decided I wanted to learn Korean finally. I have been into K-dramas and K-pop since I was 13 years old. So, you know what? Little Miss Me, I decided to take a language course. Now, mind you, you could take a course on whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a language. Take a course. You know why? Because you're not reading. So, like, you've got the time to do it. Also, if you are going to do a language and you're not really wanting to pay for, like, a college or university course, just know there are apps and books you can do. Books might not work necessarily very well in a reading slump, but the apps, those might be brilliant for you. You know what else you can do when you are not reading? You could pick up board games from your childhood and play those. You could even get a new board game that you've never played before and be like, I need to learn how to play this. And you know what? That's perfect. Because it takes time to learn a new game and to get better at it. And because you're not reading, you can play board games. You can learn the rules. You can be that person being like, I know that rule and you're not going to pull that over on me. I know what you're doing. I can see that. I know what's going on. That's not how you play this game. Another thing that you could do, card games. Card games are great because you're not reading. Card games are life. You can laugh. You can joke. You can just be in the moment with other people. But you know what? When you're not reading, sometimes you don't want to be around people. So you know what comes in handy? Learning how to play with just a plain deck of cards. I recently learned how to play a version of Solitaire. The guy called it French Solitaire, Napoleon's Tomb. I just call it French Solitaire. I really like that. But you know what? It's nice because it's a solo card game. You can play a solo card game. When you're not reading and you don't want to be around other people, this is fantastic. You know what else you can do when you're not reading? All those puzzles that you're waiting to do, they're sitting there staring at you every time you walk by and they're like, you know, you've got one started on the table, but we're still waiting to be done too. You can do it. You know why? Because you're not reading. So you could be doing puzzling instead because you're not reading. These puzzles, they can be done now. You know what else is really great? When you like puzzles, but you don't like those puzzles. You want mind puzzles, get those brain waves working. A puzzle of puzzles. This one is not a puzzle, but it's puzzles for your brain that you have to do. And because you're not reading, a puzzle that gets your brain working, fantastic option. Another really great option too, where you're wanting to kind of be doing something, but like, again, you're not reading, you don't know what to do. Legos. Get yourself a Lego kit. You know why? Because you don't really have to read this even for the instructions. They're all pictures. So you not reading can be you not reading doing a Lego kit. Because, you know, you're not reading. So Lego kit, you can do it. Also, in the you're not reading capability, and why not bring this back from your childhood? Playing games. Playing digital games. There's even computer games. I need to delve into the computer game side of things, but you can play games. And you know why? Because you're not reading, you're going to enjoy those gaming. Also, when you're not reading, you can color. Coloring is fun when you're not reading. You know why? You don't have to read anything at all. You just color. You just color. And you don't have to read a thing because you're not reading. And lastly, when you're not reading, do you really want to be stuck indoors? No. You want to do something. You can choose to not self-isolate and go and do an adventure with friends. Or you can self-isolate and do an adventure by yourself. You know why? Because you're not reading, but you can still live. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I had fun filming this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And if you are in a reading slump, just know you are not alone. We all have been there, or we will be there at some point in the future. Or we might be there with you right now. And if you have some other recommendations of you're not reading, but you could be doing this instead, please share them in the comments down below. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you then. Bye!